Good morning. It is officially past the witching hour. I thought it was 4 a.m., but I guess after I did a few other chores after waking up, like I woke up like around 4 a.m. and I was like, what? I feel like I've got a full day's rest. It's weird. I didn't even like nap throughout the day. I didn't do any of like anything that was strenuously stagnant. You know what that's like for a busybody and a monkey mind for sure, or even a Gemini mind. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's a little spider. Hold on a sec. Just give me a sec. That is indeed a little spider. Okay, Athena is here. It's like this itsy bitsy spider, and it's like at this archway of feathers. One is like a smudging type of feather thing that I just made. I know that within my roots, like I don't always have to be built into consumerism and buy just because it looks more authentic or is somehow more authentic, made by other natives. And like the most authentic thing is creating something that you're not just inspired to do but called to do on your own, especially if you have the resources available. They might not be like as pretty shelf ready, but like in its presentation, but like, dude, I want to I guess I don't really need to show you, but I'm like, hey, why can't I make my own? It's a matter of purpose rather than just presentation. So anyway, back to this. I also discovered recently in the past month that I could obtain the same kind of feathers at another beach. I thought I always had to go to this farther beach, but I think the flocks are flying a little differently now. The routes are a little different, so it tells me a lot about like, excuse me, feng shui, energetics, like the, what do you call it, I Ching, in energy, in just the environment. And so I don't know, my eyes are watery, so then like this one looks a little more puffy than this one, and I thought it was like, oh, because we're all, you know, made kind of differently, that this one's a little puffy. No, but I don't think, I think there's something that's really irritating my eye. So give me a second. Oh yeah, oh, I feel the burn a little bit. Yeah, I usually don't carry, like, use that stuff, but when I need it, I need it. So it's always for a, like, almost do or like a life or death situation, kind of, in its most dramatic form. Anyway, life is getting a little wild, a little more wild than usual. Not just like when I go out to the grocery store. Like I know, but like upon waking up, I had to change like my, I don't even know what I really look like because I just changed bottoms to put a crystal right here, because like, oh, let me show you. Okay, so here you can see that like there's like a little bit, like there's like bloating right there. It should not be hold on, I think I have a strand of hair caught here. There, it's like it's firm, like I worked out or something, but it's not like that. Like I guess if I was sucking, it would be like, it'd be like that, or you know, it would be like that. Or if I, but like, it's not even what my stomach, it feels very like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's, I had to change into that so I could put like a crystal, like, because I've been like attacked, you know, in my sleep, and so I could feel it, like what the frick is, what's the deal? So anyway, things are getting a little more wild than usual. In fact, I got a little bit of a foreboding of it with this card, you know, the Wild Unknown. And I decided to pull some cards, some regular, like just another deck. Hold on, and I'm like burping a lot. All right, so the first card that I got after I built the title, it was the Two of Pentacles, which tells me my life is attempting en route to striking a balance, because it wasn't wild in the wild that, you know, it was born to be, born to live and thrive. And so we're making up for lost time, it looks like. And it's not even lost time. Whoever made that, you know, everything has a time and place. But this is long overdue is what it's saying. So things are getting a little bit more wild. And it is Manifestation Mondays or Monday Motivations, or I forget how I normally, Positive Affirmations Monday. I think that's how, Pam. Yeah, that's how I remember it. I still haven't found that little credit card thing that my son made way back when. And I know exactly like the time period of like activities, like relatively speaking, like when that was made. I definitely know who made it, but like I knew that I could distance myself from that original feeling of feeling triggered, because of, I remember it, what it was like inspired by, to like play with, you know, but like there's a slight influence and exposure, or slight exposure in like how that was created. So I can't, I just know it was something to digest 100% the way I did. So I did beautifully in that, is what I'm being told. Angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, which is AKA the highest good. And to do what you do best. Thanks so much. Hello, my cream crew, my divine panel. Welcome on in. So, on the left side, I have 5 of Cups. On the right side, I have 7 of Swords. In fact, while I was shuffling to get the remaining, you know, like the, what do you call it? Well, I got the primary card. I was thinking Shadowscape's Tarot. That doesn't, I don't automatically feel a sense of like wild in it. I mean, it has definitely Fae energy attached to it, and Diva type of energy, D-E-V-A, within the elemental realm. But what was I gonna say? Let's put on those earrings. Let's see what earrings. Yeah, let's just put on my usual. But I thought all the more interesting on approaching this topic. My life is becoming more wild than usual. So 5 of Cups, on the recipient side, it's like, it's on the inbox, like this memo. Okay, you have to say goodbye to certain things, and I think it's already like the ego death portion. And how I know, 7 of Swords, this is like an automatic steal, an automatic win. It's like one gesture leads to like automatic home run. Here we are, like the time travel, like hit the home run. I don't even remember running the bases. I'm just here already, like at home base. I've already ran it and it's done. So that's exactly how instantaneous this feels. It's like an immediate bye Felicia package to the, you know, this is like theft. You know, you stole all the bases, you're here. So this is basically getting it on lock, and it's like, that's what life feels like. It just feels a little, where'd it go? Oh, it's building a web. Where is it going? It decided to go left. And I don't know what it attached to, but it's going. Athena wanted to show me that she is very much present in protection in allowing me to learn from her mascot energy without fearing it. And she's giving me different realms of opportunity to observe without fear. And I saw the biggest daddy long leg yesterday in my bathroom. I'm like, hey, oh my God, that's an assassin to other spiders. I mean, daddy long legs are either way, but like that, oh my gosh, like whoa. That's like the bounce, like the gatekeeper to whatever. And so I know that certain things will be handled accordingly. In fact, I have such beautiful energies around me, such great protectors. I don't even like. I would say they're indirectly inspiring to hold my ground in what I'm doing. I feel so much more purposeful in having that kind of a backing. Those are like my supporters that like I could, how do I say it without being like unappreciative. Like, by the way, thank you for my tens of thousands of subscribers, new and previous ones. If you know, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a slight inside joke, but not really a joke. And so, but like I feel like, so what I'm trying to say is that is more substantial than like a certain number or head count, is what I'm saying. Like the value in that is so much more impactful in like helping push me forward and not get like overly dramatic and like stuck and stagnant in certain feelings that I have in like small worldism, you know. So having like, okay, so I told you that we saw like a few roaches like the night before the full moon. So that was what, Friday? Or I think that was Friday, yeah. And so I killed one of them, and one remains like run rampant. But my cat is pretty keen, keen, and so like I'm not. It puts me up to task to like cleaning more and clearing up some things, just like if my cat knocks over something, because other energies are abound and like doing some trespassing and whatever, like I won't get mad at my cat. I won't, like, I won't get disappointed at my cat. I just know that there are, it's just a sign that there's trespassing. And so, it allows me to clean up some space and just like reorient some things. So there's that. And even that in itself was just like, that expresses a different phase of maturity, like first time mom, like now understanding like what to do. So there's some certain realms of like maturity that you pass when you care for something, or you're more involved in your life. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so outside, okay, in the garage I killed a big ass roach, and then the other one was mistaken for a roach, but it was a cricket. Those motherfucking crickets. I was like, oh, so this is like a good balance. Like, even though there's like dark energy, there's also really good auspicious energy within my field. Like automatically things are balancing out. So and when I say there's like, when I give notices out here, and my divine team like comes through, I used to worry a little bit like, oh, did I cry wolf or this and that? No, those protectors know exactly what exactly it is that's ailing certain environments, certain, you know, auric fields. And so that cricket freaking like chewed on that that roach. That's crazy. Like day by day, it was like one of those still life photography things, like time passage. And instead of it decaying, it was like gone. It was like, it was so thug. That cricket was so thug, it took care of it. So that's all the more pointing to this energy, like bye, and then like hitting, like saying bye to the ball, like hitting it out of the park, or in a specific location that nobody got and didn't have ample coverage or whatever, and it's just running those bases like etherically. You're like right here, like it's almost like the yin and yang energies at home base, like right there, like it receptivity and action side on the double, like right here, like so activated, which is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so things are becoming a little more wild than usual for me. So what do you want to say, my divine panel? Anything else that you want to convey with regards to that? In front of me, 10 of Swords, extroverted. You're killing it. You're killing it. There are, you know, attempts to like go at you, you know. Can I say something about this? You know what I'm thinking, right? My divine panel, can I say something about it? Because I don't care to be political, but it's something that just like, I just automatically felt within me. It's something that I observed. Like when you observe, like, it's just, I don't know, like can I say something? My divine panel, what is your feedback on this? The Hermit card in reverse. Oh yeah, definitely you can bring awareness to it. It's kind of like you cracked the case, Tina, because this is like a magnifying glass, but the glass is no longer there. Like you cracked it. You cracked the case. Like there's nothing else to find. So definitely. So I just saw it barely in my news feed, like in the past week or so, or my feed, some news. And anything that's going on, like presidentially speaking, you'll definitely see like breaking news or like, you know, big things like 9/11, whatever. I don't mean to say whatever, but like similar things. And so when I saw something about like a shooting, everything looks staged. Do you understand what I'm talking? Like, I'm not saying anything about particular candidates, but this is my like objective observation, which I know I have to say. And again, this is just a little memo note. Okay, I'm not saying anything about anything else. This is completely independent, but this is a memo that Spirit is telling me, to, like my divine team is telling me to make note of. That just like I do in my previous jobs when things like have gone, like notice like some fuckery. And they have never like proved me wrong. So I'm told to make note of this. That shooting was staged. Everything, like the camera angles, what was like, you know, when you get assassin energy, you can get like on the dot energetics, like you know, like basketball player, they've been practicing their like their 3-pointers or whatever, etc., especially like after injury or whatever, but they get like accurate on it. If they want to do it, they'll do it like exact, you know. And so like to graze the ear, that's like, you know what I mean? Like I only know this not because like I listened and sat in on this, but it was also covered in the imagery. Like you don't have to click on anything to see like what is trying to be conveyed in the initial like thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like the still life image. Picture, you know, can say 1,000 words or even more than that. So, you know, like let's deliver to them on a silver platter, you know, for those people who are not illiterate but prefer to be illiterate with their energetics, you know. So it's just like, oh, that's, you know. So I understand that coming into like the ADD type of, and I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying that like short attention spans are driven towards that kind of messaging. I know this. I haven't been fully like as immersed in the marketing field support crew than I used to be in the past, but like I know what translates from period to period, and within certain subcultures, etc. Like with the passage of time, you can translate, you can interpret, and so that was staged, you know, like it's publicity again to like, oh, you know, I'm being victimized, etc., and all like all the more reason to show like a different kind of vulnerability that one doesn't normally find natural within their like, oh, you know, my loved one is going through such and such a thing, and I understand what it's like. Everything has been canned, and I just I have an issue with that. So whatever name that you're gonna post and plaster onto that, I have an issue with that. It's insincere, and you have to wonder like what kind of intent that is, or if it's like a distraction. You know, what kind of a distraction is that building? And so I just, and I was blown away with you know, the reading that I did, and when I just finished it up, basically the foreboding of Biden's withdrawal from the elections. And so nobody fucking knew that. Nobody fucking knew about the Roe versus Wade when I had done it. It was just like a day and a half before. It was just like, it was spot on right there, real time. And so that tells me like I'm above, like well above the ordinary, which definitely means, forebodes and implies that my life is definitely becoming more wild than usual. Give me a second. Hold on. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out the stuff. Anyway, I just thought that was crazy wild. And so I haven't followed any, like, I don't know really anything about Biden very much. Like, I don't know what's really going on, but like I was struck by that, and almost speechless. Like, how are you going to charge regular, like how are you going to charge like normal rates, like $5 per reading in at that level of knowing, you know what I mean? Like I belong to a different category of wealth, and I know this, and I don't mean this like because I'm like bougie, you know. I'm not doing the status thing to do the status thing. Like I know I'm in on that, and why why pretend anything differently? If I am that, then why would I deny myself of that? And so it's important to start kind of integrating that kind of a knowing, that kind of demeanor, that so it doesn't matter how anybody else judges me, even while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. It's more so like so then in that implementation, like I got really good at what I'm doing right now. So, and I did that also while working as an EA, and, you know, different variations of that title, you know, as a support crew. So why cut myself short in pretending like I'm anything less than that? So, and it's not up to me how others will judge me. That's not my responsibility in formatting and cookie cuttering my way and like mind reading my way to like what other people like. Why should I accommodate that? Like, I deliver. I know that. So why would I like, my purpose is not to convince others and like try to win their bid. Like, I'm already there. So why would I don't know. I guess ignorant people are ignorant people, or people have their own growth paths. Kindly put, people have their own growth paths. So if they don't see it, you know what? They're not ready to see that. They're not open to seeing that. They're not willing to see that just yet. Sometimes, like the greats in what they're making, especially in artistry and philosophy, just like ways of just the greats, okay? They were beyond their time. They were considered like loony or outcasted or whatever. So I have to understand that, okay? I have to 100% understand. I can't take offense to that if people are where they are in their particular journey. I'm not going to take responsibility over that, which means that I'm not going to attach my feelings towards somebody else's timetable. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I had to say it because, like, it was an observation. I had to take note in more than just one personal space. Like, I had to make note of it. And I don't know what the public is seeing, honestly. How many people are, like, asleep to not be able to see that? And I'm not saying, like, I'm against anyone. It's just a real observation that I cannot deny. That's what I saw. And it's like, I don't understand how people can turn the cheek. And I don't know what story anybody else is seeing out there, but I remember, like, the last time I saw news, which was years ago, something about designated concentration camps and building, like, walls and, you know, like, I know everything has points and, you know, but to go to the measures of those extremes of, like, what was actually happening within this, like, border control system thing, it just blows my mind. Like, how could you turn the cheek because you heard what you needed to hear and then you just, like, needed to, like, drive on by, you know, with your merry life? Like, I don't understand how people can compartmentalize certain things. Like, oh, you don't think that's going to happen to you? You put somebody in a certain position, and just because the decision hasn't been made upon you yourself, like, you don't think that there's any risk, like, that tables might turn and it might be turned on you? You know what I mean? Like, people are so, like, what do you call it? Paranoid about AI. Like, this hypothetical thing, like, oh, don't you, like, you know, think that far beyond it, but they don't think about, like, what's happening closer to home. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. So if somebody feels a certain way about it that has to make an exact point that can help educate, go ahead and put in a comment box. So, like, I can see your point. I can understand. But 100% that's what I saw. And that's what, like, when I had to, like, dip into my memory of certain things, like, that was a big no-no. Yeah. So, my divine panel, what do you want to say about that? Like, Page of Swords in reverse. So this is somebody who bends the truth. Yeah. It's weird. Okay, it's like kind of like a mama's boy where situation where like, oh, somebody like fell down or whatever, and they happen to be next to somebody that they don't like, and it was a slight bump or whatever, like I don't know, like they just barely made contact, but like, oh, oh my goodness, they're making a big deal out of it, like the little scrape that they get. And then the community comes by and like, oh, are you okay? What happened? Because you're wailing, you're crying. Oh, and it's like, oh, like he pushed me, but and then it's like, but it's okay. Everything, I'm okay. I'm alive. And I'm thinking, why does somebody need to go through these huge orchestrations in order to, like, what are they trying to convey? And so it's truth bending. And I don't know if somebody's trying to call me a liar, because that's the original energy that I felt. Like this is water cooler talk. There's somebody out there that's within that energy. But, like, let's get a clarifier for that. Like, my divine panel, the clarifier to the Page of Swords. What's behind that? What are you trying to tell me on that? Quite a bit. Oh my gosh, quite a bit. Three of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, Knight of Cups, Six of Cups in reverse, the Moon card, the Magician in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, 19 is Sun card, and the Chariot in reverse. 4, 8, 9, 10. So 5 and 5 here. Okay. Okay. So they're saying, oh wait, no wait. There's 5. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4? So it's actually 9 cards. So this is a transiting energy here. Okay. So it's 4, and then the Lincoln card. Lincoln, something about Lincoln. Yeah, they, like this dramatic stuff, like right before election, like it's early enough where it's not too suspicious, but at the same time, it'll draw in a lot of, like more support than usual. Like, oh, our hero. I don't know, like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Should I tell them my little secret? Should I tell them, or they have no validity in knowing my personal things here? Ten of Cups and Page of Cups. There's extreme happiness and admirers that I have, okay, that show it for me. So I can say it. I didn't vote in the last election. I'm registered, but I didn't vote, and that was a personal decision, but it was like one of those things where it's just like, you're called to do something, you're not called to do something, it's no big deal, but you just comply, and that's what it is. So, like, there are more important things that deserve my my attention than just like another bid, like another input. Energetically speaking, that's kind of like energy siphoning on a governmental level. If they're asking you to rock the vote and there's something about an electorate, like, this is when I was like, what? Our vote doesn't even really matter because there's somebody else behind the scene that says like, oh, but we know what's good for you, so we're going to kind of like, there's another checkpoint beyond there. So it's not empowering actually at all. So And I know this understanding of energetic siphoning because on a more intimate level, as an EA, when somebody's trying to run you around in circles, but then your input, they say that your inputs don't really matter because of how they value your time, like piling-ish on, that they don't even resource. So the things that they're asking for, they're basically implying that it's a need to have when it's more like a nice to have or not needed at all, actually. Surprise, surprise. So anyway, they're saying, Tina, you hold all of the magic here. 19 wands, you do not need to show up. Just drop the burdens. Hold that energy to yourself. Just park it, okay? That's what they're saying, okay? You're better than this, okay? Than investing in that energy. So, take the higher ground. Okay, 3 of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, Knight of Cups, and then the 6 of Cups in reverse. Things are manifesting for me, okay? So this is, again, they're just saying take it as a note, a memo. Even the Page of Swords, like, don't touch it. Don't touch it, like, just... Sometimes people, like, try to get up in your energy because you become popular, you become celebrity status, you've gained, like, notoriety, fame, fandom, etc. So, like, sometimes people, like, want to get up in that game and, like, try to, you know, what is it, Heidi, you know, that girl with the, like, the black book, forget. It's Heidi is her name, though. But then there were other people, like, who came through with, like, as mistresses and all of that along in the picture. So it's kind of like there's certain... I don't even know if that's an accurate kind of example, because there's other stories behind that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just... Matter of fact is that when you gain certain realm of popularity, some people don't mind being the bad guy, so that they can gain a certain realm of exposure. This is a good example. What do you call it? What's her name? Is it LeRay? Her dad. It's kind of like that energy. It's kind of like the stuff that you see in the Inquirer and stuff, like Mariah Carey's sister, or I don't know, stuff like that. People like digging into people's past and just, you know, it's kind of like that energy coming through. Is that energy tied into that? So you just, Tina, you be objective again, because there's a sense of awareness here on what you celebrate versus what you absolutely don't. Like, I'm not down for that. I'm not going to be part of that crowd. But definitely it was important to take note of that. Okay. And invest more in the underground crew. Like, there's romance to this. A sense of awareness, like nostalgia. Like, you'll remember this, okay? 6 of Cups in reverse. It's... There's a few messages coming through in here, but the most prominent one is being down for your underground crew. Because you know that collectively, if I have that cricket energy and Athena, like, helping me out, like, learn and without fear, dude, I have some an amazing support crew. And you know, we've got things like on lock. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Knight of Cups, I just realized, is unicorn status. You know, the other messaging to this is it's a little confrontational, like up front. If there's kin, or like, what do you call it? If there's energy out there that is purposefully defying you, trying to defile you, trying to, like, bring some toxicity in, like like the famous, like, twin flame energy, where it's like super toxic in order for you to expedite your learning journey, like one up you. I understand the concept of that, but at the same time, it's kind of like, and you just like let up and learn, you know what I mean? Like, so it's that very like intrusive energy. And you can see it within auric fields where people are like barking at you. They're trying to like tear away at your auric fields, trying to tear you down, tear you down, tear you down, make you smaller, make you smaller. Those auric fields, too much, too much. So it's kind of, it's intrusive within your auric fields. But this is saying, no, Tina, you have a lot more to bring to the table. It's right here, unicorn status here. So you are going to be very forward with your energy, and if they want to fuck around, they can fuck off. That's basically what's happening here. It's like your energy, like, how do I say it? I'm not gonna sit in for this mess, you know, that you have to like dump out onto somebody else, like on me or anybody else. No, I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm not gonna sit in on this. No, it's done. Bye, Felicia. Done. I'm here. Good. So there's that energy. So as far as like clarifying this Page of Swords in reverse, just leave it. You've already taken note of it. You've made several notes of it. So you're good. Okay, Manifestation Mondays. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel? That one, bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles. So there's a delivery. Interdependence. And pop. Four of Swords in reverse. Healed. This is well thought out. Whatever this thing is, it's like well thought out. My divine, oh, my interdependent crew. Oh, this is well thought out. Seven of Pentacles, there's a delivery. And it's not just like, hey, I have a message. No, it's like oodles of caboodles of, yeah, things that I've been waiting for. Answers. This is crazy. Eight of Wands. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes. I've been waiting for answers, like the truth, and it's being communicated. Oh my gosh. And it's not just like intangibles. These are, but you know, information holds like, sometimes is like a lot more valuable than material things. King of Cups in reverse. It's, and the Devil in reverse. And then Queen of Wands, okay. And then Judgment in reverse. Okay, so there's a lot of key figures in here. A lot of key figures in here. All right. So, what is my takeaway? I'll take 3. One is the Hierophant in reverse. Definitely not cookie cutters, so why treat yourself any different? Why represent yourself any different? If you deliver, that's all that like bosses really care about. If you have your own company, if you're like a sole proprietor, you know, if you're doing this like one-man show thing, just know that you're that much more elevated, Tina, because it's not just the delivery that counts, but the person behind it. So you're already one-upping, Tina. So what else do they want to say? Yeah, so don't treat yourself any less, because if you're gonna cut yourself short on that bit, you're already foregoing, how do I say it? It was a cost benefit analysis. You're already like reducing yourself. So no. Don't start off there. All right. Second takeaway. My divine panel. Oh, second and third. Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So it's definitely starting something up, but like also being in link and harmony. Like it's happening without much friction at all. These are chords. This is something that is indirectly vocal. That's boss energy. Yeah, they're already saying I got it. So that's takeaway 2. It's a little compounded there. And then third takeaway for me is Knight of Swords. Things are moving quickly. So it is a little wild. Like, the way I need to represent myself, the way I, you know, lawyering up is already complex on its own. It has its own particular adventures. And when you represent yourself, you encounter so many, you know, new areas. And so, like, why are you going to have to, why would you, how do I say it? In order to best prepare yourself, why would you just, how do I say it? If you have the skill set, why not better it in investing it on the front end rather than on the back end through litigation? You know what I mean? Like, so why not represent yourself very, like, proper in real-time mode up front on the initial, you know, upon the intro rather than on the back end? You know, that's Manifestation Mondays, or Positive Affirmations Monday. This is, I know that this isn't the regular positive affirmations on how I originally started with, but I think that's okay. And I've been seeing a lot of, like, a little bit of gaslighting. It's good, you know, feedback, but it's a little bit of gaslighting because of the degree at which they're tuning it up. Like, say less. And the reason why, they're, the purpose of that is to, how do I say it? Indicate or imply that you have more power and control. Like, embed this understanding for people that with the less you say, that you, it's kind of like factual, like you don't need to explain yourself. And I understand that part. So I'm taking that feedback into account, because not only am I not just above the ordinary, I'm extraordinary in my abilities. So not only am I a teacher that's out of box, but I'm one of the top ones. So it's kind of like Kill Bill, that, what is it, you know, that guy. I can be very selective in how I teach. That good. So, and who I teach, 100%, 100. So that is what they want me to know, my divine panel. So it's kind of embedded in between the lines, a positive affirmation at that. I appreciate it. My stomach doesn't feel as bloated anymore. It feels like, whoop, brought down. That's crazy. That's so good. Thank you. But now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors and supporters that reciprocate equally in light and love and of light and love. Sincerely appreciate it. So blessings be. But now, I call back all my power, all my energy, essence, and gifts from those that cast, wish, bring, generate, bear, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities. Pass that through the white light of the Holy Spirit for transmutations in light and love and of light and love, for cleansings and blessings. And then through Archangel Michael's blue flame, for due diligence, and then to be refortified within me, only me, no doubt, unmarred, hassle-free, and no attachments, with the exception of all bonus points included. Thank you so much. Thank you to my tens of thousands of subscribers. I think that's it for now. Now, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine. Oh my goodness. With their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading.